Happy April Fool's Day, friends. Welcome to Socially Distant. I'm Brian Noonan. Yes, April 1st, April Fool's Day, which explains why I decided to dress like a fool today. April Fool's Day, a day usually filled with half-baked jokes, lame pranks, a plethora of eye rolls, begrudging laughter, and then vows of vengeance. Not today. Could there be a worse time to try to punk somebody? Seriously, is there any sicker prank than the one we're living through right now? It's like nature started putting this thing together years ago. No practical joke can match the planning and scope of a pandemic. I mess up planning a prank after step 2. Trying to get the whole world involved? That's way above my pay grade. See, I've never been a big practical joker. I'm a creative guy, but I don't have the patience to plan and carry out an elaborate prank. I also think that while pranks are usually funny to the people who pull them, they're usually a lot less funny to the victims. Which I guess is the point. That's just not my bag. I was the victim of an elaborate prank once, and it has scarred me for life. Now, some might argue that my entire life has been a cruel joke, but that's a discussion for another day. Anyway, it was April 1st, my senior year in college. Shout out to SIU, go Dogs, woo, Carbondale. Yes, I graduated in 4 years, deal with it. As usual, I wasn't paying attention to the date, other than to think that, hey, my birthday's in 2 days, where am I going to do my binge drinking? I made the mistake over the previous weeks of telling friends about a recurring dream that I had been having, that I didn't have enough credits and I wasn't going to be able to graduate. Now, these dreams have been going on for a while. So anyway, these evil geniuses were very, very patient. That day I went to get my mail, and there was a blue envelope which was familiar to everybody as campus mail. The sticker on the reusable envelope had the return address of the registrar's office, so I was curious. I opened it up, and I find a letter that was presumably on official SIU letterhead. It looked legit to me. The letter said that after going through and reviewing all my credits and grades in preparation for graduation, that I was in fact 3 credits short and would not be able to graduate in May. Now, it's worth noting that this is way before personal computers and the ability to cut and paste. So, the fact that these merry pranksters had taken the time to mock up letterhead, make a copy of a clean sheet, type an original letter, and then send it to me had to be begrudgingly admired. In hindsight, it's begrudgingly admired. At the time, not so much. I didn't bother looking at the date on the letter, only the shocking contents. So as you can imagine, I freaked out. Near tears, I told my roommate and 2 other friends who, coincidentally, were all hanging around upon my return to the mailroom, from the mailroom. Again, in hindsight, suspicious, but at that point, I was just freaking out because of what was in the letter. They acted appropriately shocked and concerned. So then I go to my files and I'm looking through all my grades, I'm looking through my records. I knew I had enough credits to graduate. I envisioned having to tell my parents and my family that I wasn't going to graduate. The shame I would bring to the family was unimaginable for an oldest child who always tried to do what was right. Shut up. It's my story. I can tell it however I want. I always tried to do what was right, as far as they know. So after about 30 minutes of letting me twist in the wind, my roommate asks if he can see the letter. I show it to him. He's got this mock concern. He's looking. Then he takes a few beats, and he asked me if I had noticed the date on the letter. At this point, the dew was pulled from my eyes, and I realized what was happening. The string of expletives that left my mouth as the rest of them started doubling over with laughter can't be repeated, but let's suffice it to say that if we had had one of those swear jars in the room, the contents would have funded our drinking for the rest of the year. So what's our lesson here, friends? Tell no one of your hopes, dreams, and fears, because down the road, they will flip them and weaponize them against you. Keep it to yourself. All right. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay hopeful. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself a little bit. And as always, stay socially distant. Bye.